YouTube, what's going on? How you doing today? Um, Basically, I'm just gonna go forth with this propaganda ordeal. This is absolutely what I'm talking about in a society. How people came to this country and they made laws, and this is not their land. This starts off as Nori's door. So we have this subpar rapper. That's a compliment. Take it for what it is, right? And he has a nephew who they're trying to make a star. He just doesn't have what it takes to be a star. As you can see, this is only YouTube, where you can scam your way to the top. Um, while everybody is bashing Kanye about stating something factual about him being in competition and blackballed by a specific group of people who adopted the name of another group of people that lived before them and then adopted a benefit because of a supposed tragedy that had happened before time, basically before our time, me being 36 and them being younger than me. This is just my point about life in America. I already told you about Max Kellerman. That's why Kanye needs to talk to a person like me. Unlike Kanye, unlike DDG, I'm not a college dropout. I'm actually a graduate and I'm an alumni. Take it for what it is. If you think I'm soft, I really will stomp a hole in you and walk away. It's just that simple. Um, Check him. He knows he don't want no smoke over here. Neither does none of his people in his crew. They really did something malicious to me in the same city and state that, I had the situation with Max. That's neither here or there right now. I'll touch on it a little later, perhaps go live. But my point is, he has his nephew in a rap song acting emo or emotional with the gothic approach. So therefore, he's targeting a specific group of people, that has a following and listeners, and it's a culture. He is not nowhere near an emo person or a gothic person. This is DDG. He's disabled. He's a disabled young kid that was pampered his whole life. His mom is a green witch. And now he has his little 6, 7-year-old nephew making supposed emo gothic music, right? Stating that in this song that he wants to kill his grandmother and kill his mother and kill his father. This is not my words. This is his promotion. But you people say something about Kanye because he lost out in business endeavors due to being blackballed by a specific group of people who take advantage of their history. Now, there's certain words in America that's just for bidding and you can't say. And then there's certain words that's appropriatized and you can say it. If I say it with a hard ER or if I say it with an A, but you can't say the FAGGOT or however you spell it word. So it's a little, lopsided like always. And all Kanye West said was he lost out in business endeavors due to a specific group of people that's ahead of him that's a little bit more richer. They basically are blackballing him and stopping his creative ideas. So that's why he didn't care about losing his endorsements. They're stopping his creativity, his art, just to market what they think will sell to whoever they want to sell to. As you know, Kanye West is, we're going to call him black, right? And he's from Chicago. And he has probably affiliation with Chicago natives. Just to keep it, nice and bland. Okay? What you fail to realize is there's something called the Nori's door. Now, you either go left and it's homogenderism, or you go right and it's sacrificial, or you go straight and become your own entrepreneur and see if you can survive in society without having a big label, a big deal above you, dictating what you do. This guy takes the left door. He came to New York with Deshae Frost. He fulfilled the homogenderism, right? And he was allowed to have money and rent stuff based on him being subconscious and him being able to be some type of laughingstock or some type of member of the community at a young age. Okay? This is him right here, Daryl Granberry. He took one of the doors that Nori stated. There's another rapper, go look it up. His name is Ali Vegas. I used to listen to him back in the day. He had a situation with Fabulous. He didn't like Fabulous. He had said, Fabulous basically took the same type of door. And Nori explained it's either sacrificial or you do without or you go with the community. Now, DDG is pro-community. He lived a whole different life out here. Him along with Deshae Frost. As they targeted me because I was targeted by Max Kellerman, who was a petty. Right? So, in this song, he's saying kill. Okay. So as we know, if you're big on YouTube and you have a following and then you have a brand ambassador to back you, you will not be penalized for the content that you make, depending on your numbers, subscribers, and depending on who's funding you. So that's why it's called a FBI scam. He's not really a legitimate superstar. Like I said, he took a door in life, and as a result, in his reward, his financial gain, he gets to be backed and protected. Now you have a 6-year-old kid in the studio dressed up as a emo rapper, quote unquote, saying that he wants to kill and murder his mother, father, and his grandmother. Now this is supposed to accumulate laughs and likes and things of that nature. However, we have mass shootings, right? Now his family is just terrible. You have him, his brother had a twin. His brother's twin was murdered. Certain things just don't happen to certain people. They went over here. They tried to justify them basically talking about the Jeffrey Dahmer situation. They was on record and on camera, basically acting if they were Jeffrey Dahmer. And Jeffrey Dahmer was a cannibal that targeted colored people and minorities. He actually ate them. He had a problem with his brain a long time ago. He was a mental health patient himself. And he did the most horrific thing that you could think of. And they thought it would be funny to go around with a blonde wig acting like Jeffrey Dahmer. Like, if it's not bad enough, these families that are still alive had to see another recreation of a movie series so other people could get this money. They had to see a recreation of what their loved ones went through. So these movie people, they're not really paying the victims. They're not even paying Jeffrey Dahmer's family. They're just creating a life of their own because the nation of the United States, they guaranteed freedom. So you can do whatever, right? But in the same sense, you want to say something about Kanye West, him talking about business endeavors, him being blackballed and him being stopped from using his creative mindset, and you want to sit up here and strip him for $1 billion because he was on top, he was in the Forbes list, right, as a billionaire. So you have people You have the community, that specific community, making rap songs dissing him. They're also burning his stuff. He can't even get into a Skechers building. Like, who wants to own a pair of Skechers anyway, right? So this is what I mean on how we can never get along. We have a person like him, DDG, who's associated with the community, right? And is willing to do his own people grimy and dirty. Regardless, he doesn't care about nobody but himself. He has leverage in life because his stomach is stuck in his legs, right? He doesn't have big quads. That's not what it is. There's no way your quads could be that big and then your calves are that small, right? No pudge in the belly. He was born with one of those stomachs that he was delayed and it's stuck in his legs, right? And he'll never do the surgery. So everything he has, he doesn't own, he rents. Right? They have him on a supreme salary where the average American is what, from $30,000 to $90,000 maybe, you know, if you want to live comfortable, especially in the United States or in New York. So they have him on a $2 million plan, you know, for 2 years. That's his contract. And then whatever he makes on the side, I guess he pockets. Which is, some people, they own their apartment, their mansion. They own their business endeavors. They own their cars. They're not renting them out. This is a puppet. He is a puppet. This is why I have to open people's eyes. This is why I made this video. So now he's on the video. He's on the internet with 1 million views. He has his 6-year-old nephew attacking, right, and mocking a specific group of people known as the Gothic emotional or emote people. These people have their own life. Now you're starting something, you know, you're starting something that you probably can't finish. What about if one of those psycho people come see you? You know, you're gang affiliated. We can all tell by them little homo marks on your left eye. All of y'all have them. That's associated with the blood gang. Once again, blood on the right leg. In Puja Hinduism means blood on Shiva, which is haram, which is also a sign of homosexuality. Homogenderism. You see what I'm saying? But now you have your nephew in red and black, right? Promoting hateful content. You don't have nothing else to produce. As a 24-year-old kid, you have nothing else to do to make your nephew look like a positive role model or something that's coming up. He has a song saying that he's going to kill and murder his mom, his father, and his grandmother, which is your sibling, and your mother. And you're a millionaire in America. But Kanye West gets $1 billion taken away from him because they won't let him produce the products that he wants to produce. They want him to drop the products that they think are going to market and sell the best. As you can see, most of the Yeezy sneakers is decent or whatever. The clothing I really don't see, or if I do see it, I don't know. From what I've seen, it looks like his creative output on his clothing is like, not bummy, I guess, but like stained or whatever. And I guess he's like basically reflecting and talking about how his life is, because he is stained and he's tainted of what he went through. Car accident, making a song with his jaw wired, the passing of his mother, not being a college grad or whatever, having the whole adversity with Kim Kardashian. These are things, that's the stains in his life, and that's what he put on his clothes. Now, he didn't personally tell me anything about that, all right? It's just obvious. But for you people to sit up here and blackball Kanye West for saying that they're not letting him produce his stuff that he wants to produce because he has so many ideas is disgusting. But yet and still, this dude DDG gets to have his 6-year-old nephew up here talking about how he wants to murder his family. Like there isn't a whole bunch of other stuff that's going on with mass shootings and the actual stuff where these little kids grow up and they hate their family and they wind up doing something, disgusting and devastating to the whole community. Not just the household, but the whole community. If you see something, if you even see violence or whatever that you're not a part of, it stays with you. Nobody here was a part of the Twin Towers getting hit. And when the Twin Towers got hit, we was all scared. We all felt some type of way. We were shook. Anything that went through the sky, you heard it. If you go up the hill, if you go up Glenwood Hill, and you like slouch down, you can actually see the Freedom Tower. So every day when I was walking to school, I seen the World Trade Center, and then I seen it on fire. Now I wasn't there, but it stuck with me forever. Anything that goes on, just imagine. Look out your window right now, right? Let me use the picture side of your brain, which is the left side of your brain. Let me use that real fast. Just imagine looking out your window and then seeing an airplane flying dead into your building, like you're nose to nose, face to face. Just imagine that real fast, right? Okay. Now imagine being Jeffrey Dahmer's victims and hearing that your kid, your uncle, your cousin, or somebody was just absolutely dissected and ate like a piece of chicken. This is what I'm talking about. This is why America, your downfall is on its way. That's why you lost your dollar currency. Your dollars mean nothing. Look what you pay. Look who you pay and what you pay. All China has to do is take the American dollar off their currency, and then here it is. It's something worse than recession. Russia already did it, and a whole bunch of other countries already did it. They're all going to come together, right? They're all going to come together and convince China to take their currency away, the American currency off the table, so you're not good no more. And let me give you another history lesson, because I know a lot of people fell asleep in history. I was one of the people that didn't fall asleep, right? So a long time ago, this land of the United States, we didn't have electricity. Okay? The reason why we're in debt is because other countries around us, right? They funded us so we can get electricity. There were only a few countries that had electricity. The reason why the United States of America has electricity is because of countries like Russia and other countries. They had electricity. So now we fell into a debt. That's why we can never pay it off, because we were giving a student loan, right? And it was called electricity. This is why Elon Musk is about. This is why they want Elon Musk here, so they can build a wall around the United States of America and we can have our own electricity. That's why they want electric cars. That's why they don't want oil and gas no more, because it was a nice scam to keep America down. As you can see, we get funded oil by the Middle Eastern countries. And yes, we do. We get funded oil. That's why we keep going to war with them, right? By them people in the Middle East, the other Native Americans that left here. And then you see the discrepancy. The total opposite of oil is electricity. And we got funded electricity from other countries. So as America keeps declining and we keep getting in debt, right? And we keep paying fools, right? Like him. We keep paying fools like him millions and millions of dollars for propaganda, hate speeches, and all types of stuff. We keep paying these rappers that have nothing to offer. They have absolutely nothing to offer. And now the regular human being is just going to decline in society. You either take a door, or you're going to jail, or you're dying. And for all of these people, listen, that you fell for something, right? I'm going to tag I've met a couple of famous people on here, right? So I'm going to tag them in this. Let me tell you something. You guys all fell for something, right? Because I know I'm not Christian, but I'm more Christian than a lot of you peoples are Christian, right? So I understand the Bible more than you. And there's a story on how the homogender people, they basically made the non-homos homeless. And then after that, after they made the people that weren't homosexual homeless, it rained fire. For people that don't understand, after electricity, like in a wildfire, after an electric bolt hits the earth, it sparks a fire. So I don't know if you guys are this stupid, or I don't know if y'all just don't care. But there's something in space that they keep showing you that could just open up. The bottom can open up and it can call and summon all the electricity that's in the United States. All it takes is for a small ship that's full of nothing that just absorbs power to open up at the bottom, and then that's why we have power plants that have electricity. All the electricity is called a jolt. It's a HAARP. It's a HAARP effect. It can absorb all the electricity in America, and we'll all be electric shocked. We will be in it's not an electric chair. It's an electric bed. We will be fried. Just really think about it. When I tell you God, I tell you government of departments. Read the acronym, GOD, government of departments. We all have to answer to the government. We're not answering to a sorcery, a man in the sky that looks like Poseidon or looks like Vishnu or looks like Shiva. We're not answering to those people. They're telling you stuff in symbolic detail. They're giving you options, right? They're giving you options in America, and then they're seeing what side you choose. So if you think it's just over, it's not over. Because as you can remember, when COVID struck, they said electricity made the bacteria worse. They said putting up the 5G towers made everybody sick. How is that possible? Well, if you look into the ocean, there's something called a stingray, and there's also something called an electric eel. Right. Electric currents can come underwater. The human body needs how much water to be alive? So that means any type of electric structure can basically zap and drain all the water from your body. And that's what the symptoms of COVID was. When you got sick, it's because your water levels in your body. That's why diabetics take water pills. Your water levels weren't high enough. So you were basically drying out. You had, and I never had it, and I could tell you what you was going through. You had gastroenteritis because there wasn't enough water in your body to keep you hydrated. So you had gastroenteritis on top of having a cold. So imagine your nose being stuffy, your eyes being runny, your throat is swelling up, and now you gotta throw up because you're dehydrated. That's what COVID was. So the more electricity that they produce in this world, the more devices, the more cars, electric cars that they produce is going to continue to suffocate the human body regardless. Okay? So if you forgot your history, you forgot that America, we're not responsible for electricity. The Thomas Edison, Thomas Bell, all of that, that's not via the United States of America. That's via the other countries that took advantage of the United States of America. They gave us electricity so they can open their businesses on this land. Without electricity, you can't open a foreign shop on American soil. So that's where we're going now. As you can see, rivals become allies. It's called frenemies. Well, we'll just come together just to do this. And if it's anybody that deserves it more, it's the United States of America. Okay? Look at the garbage millions of dollars go through. We got a piece of shit kid like DDG with his stomach stuck in his legs. He has his 6-year-old nephew talking about how he wants to murder his parents and they think it's funny. Parents, yeah, the god-awful parents of the United States of America, right? This is what you pay for. You see, before the mask and gloves, you guys were giddy. You know what giddiness is? All right, so I'm tired of teaching you guys, all right? So go look it up yourself. You know, this is my college education. This is why I die happy, right? This is what you fund. This is what you fund right here, right? A little 6-year-old kid. I want to kill my mom. I want to kill my father. And then you got DDG as a puppet who's probably a petty himself, right? Came out here, did some really disgusting things. Sitting up here laughing. But Kanye West can't wear a White Lives Matter t-shirt and his kids is half white. But you can sit up here and laugh at Ray J saying he smashed Kim Kardashian. The Game, he smashed Kim Kardashian. Puff Daddy, he smashed Kim Kardashian. And all them other people that he done just came at. Y'all can sit up here and laugh about him after he lost his mind when his mom's passed away, right? But this is what you promote. This is still on the internet, right? Still on the internet, right? You wanted to put Nicholas Cruz, the school shooter, to sleep. You wanted to give him a lethal injection, right? When you forgot, in all reality, in schools, there's this such thing as called bullying. Nobody liked him. Everybody that showed up had something bad to say about him. This is what court is about. So everybody prior to this shooting he's a weirdo. We knew he was dangerous. This, that, and the fourth. There's another spectrum of life on when you have to free and liberate this person. Why isn't he getting along with you guys? What makes him a weirdo? What makes him a freak? What pushed the man to the boiling point of grabbing a gun and hurting 17 people and killing 17 more? And then when you go home, right, the kids that testified against him, when they go home and they finally smarten up and they become a little bit more brighter, then they realize how wrong they really were for testifying against him and had all this negative stuff to say before he was a school shooter. So I don't know if y'all are that dumb. I don't know, and I honestly don't care, because I'm to the point where everybody could just rest forever. Y'all are stupid. Period, point blank. Push it. You could push any type of agenda. And it's all over homosexuality. Just because somebody's not feeling your wave, you want them dead and homeless. And it's in your Bible that you people, you get electrocuted. You die in the hellfire. The definition of hell is a pit in the ground. And the government, GOD, government of departments, they have something right in the sky, ready to open up, because the United States of America, we owe too much money. You're paying people this instead of the right graduate and putting him in his right field, making his whole federal life a failure. The state and city police are censored by the FBI. The FBI will kill a nation. The FBI isn't just owned by America. The FBI is owned by the government of departments. They make money. If you are a nation and you are a country and you owe a specific amount of money and they can't pay it off, and you ask for land as the dominating country and they cannot pay you in land or in money, the FBI allows the war to happen. You damn fools. You are stupid, each and every one of you. Everybody that funds this, you're dumb. The FBI will backdoor a country, a nation, a land. That's how these wars start. And do not care about nobody that's here. They even kill their own kind. They're going to be FBI agents here electrocuted. And just other FBI agents on the other side of the world saying, we're just going to hire more FBI agents. I'm glad I'm getting your attention now. I'm glad I got, big people or whatever that has big platforms hitting me up, asking me and talking to me. Shout out to Showface. Shout out to Blue Bloods. Million of subscribers. Great content. Perfect outlook on life. Shout out. They hitting me up. Knowing I'm telling the truth. This is the fall, America. Whatever happened to a basic 9 to 5 so you can have your family and then inherit something and pass it on to your family. Now everybody want to make this quick. They want to make that quick run. They want to shoot to be a millionaire, famous or whatever, and then bam, some little kid like this is going to come blow your head off. Go to jail, keep his life, go to jail, and that's that. Where's the human quality at? You're showing other nations and other countries that you don't care. United States, you don't care about nothing. So why should they care about you? It's over. The subconscious, people. The world is more magical than you know it. You still haven't explained rain, snow, lightning bolts, color. You remember the first camera and camcorder? It was black and white, and then all of a sudden, the intelligence enhanced, and now you have color. Right? Okay. UFOs and aliens are gas. We are gas. Gas is different types of gas. Laughing gas, ether gas, poisonous gas, noble gases, and these gases can form a solid. That's symbolic to emotion. The bad gas that's in your body, it creates emotion. Like when you're hungry or you're sick, or if you ate too much, or if you didn't eat at all and you fall under. You see where this is going? You see how stupid America is? Y'all owe too much money. Look what he said. Listen to this. Listen to what this little kid said. Listen. With his dumb uncle. Murder him. This is where the money's going. This is what Kanye's talking about. Kanye said, smash his girl, take his money. That's what makes you money, because of that specific group of people, right? That specific group of people. That's what they buy. That's what they sell. That's what they promote. Look, all he did was tell the truth. Now you got the whole world coming at him, and those are not even the original. That's not even the original name for the people. That's why you're supposed to go to school. When you found out that Hitler did that to those people because those people got some knowledge that weren't theirs, right? And they renamed themselves that specific name. They basically ripped somebody off, a whole nature, a whole nation of people, a whole culture, ethnicity, a whole race. They adopted their name. They adopted the original religion. Because if everybody that knows, Judaism and Islam was the same religion. Have you didn't know? And that religion came because people were disrespecting Hinduism. So everything comes back to Hinduism. Okay? Vishnu, the protector, guardian, and shapeshifter, who was a god. He's a protector and guardian and a shapeshifter of a community. And that's why Shiva was here. Shiva was here, the destroyer of evil, to censor Vishnu, because he had a community and people weren't one with the community. That's what the religion is about. Okay? Yeah, the one with the trident, the one that they called the devil because he wasn't down with the homogenderism, right? That's what it was. That's the original stuff. By the time you finish college, you look at Hitler different. Very different. And as for slavery, y'all keep bringing this up. Slavery, black people. If you look nowadays, right? You got people with blue eyes having marriage with people with blue eyes, relationship-wise, right? Then you have the Africans that were here. They have African mates, African wives. But y'all all forget that this ain't the white people with blue eyes or the African land. This is the Native American land. But when Native Americans mess with Native Americans, it's racist. You see Indian people with Indian people, you're going to call them racist. How about the people with blue eyes that got relationship with people with the blue eyes? How about the Africans, right, that were brought here that they could easily go home having a relationship with the Africans? Y'all just totally forget that, right? You forgot that Jamaica was Virginia, so those are the Aboranian Indians also. That's where the whole hair thing came from. Dreadlocks came from the East Coast. The silky-haired Mexican, Hispanic, Indian, they came from the West. They have a different way of life, and now they're over here because it was too hot over there, and there was too much wars over there. You see the Vishnu side of it? You see how Vishnu had hair, and then Shiva had hair? But everybody said, oh, well, Shiva has a big head. He's supposed to cut his hair and be bald like Brahm. But Vishnu's hair fit perfect. And it's ironic and coincidental that Vishnu has the Hispanic look a little bit. He has the lifestyle too. And then you look at Shiva. He looks like a colored red-skinned Negro. Yeah. All of this is being censored and watched. Once again, this kid gets what? $3, $4, $5 million in revenue, and the best content he could produce is his nephew saying how he wants to kill his peoples, his family. Come on, America. This is it. I've been ready for this day. I've been waiting for it my whole life. I don't know if when I was younger, people thought I was slow because I was quiet. I was just amazed on how stupid y'all was growing up. I just couldn't believe it. Just couldn't. But there you go. Kanye can't say nothing though.